Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Chronicon, let's avoid those traps for a hot second. Welcome to Chronicon. It is a indie hack-and-slash action RPG, very much in the same vein as Diablo, made by one person, and it finally just hit its like final updates just a couple weeks ago, and so I've been meaning to sit down and actually finally check it out, as well as the Mechanist DLC, who I have not played this character before. Offering bowl filled with valuables. Thief. Glob the greedy. Oh gosh. Okay, he's got saw blades. Keep an eye on that. But yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for a good hack and slash action RPG. Everybody else is playing Diablo 4, so I figured I'd go through my entire list of, you know, this genre for games that I actually rather enjoy playing. And, you know, my timing has been good. You know, this just put out its final updates. Wolcen just got its final update as well. I gotta go check that out after this. Unfortunately, that takes a very long time to update. Now let's slap on some better weapons. Ooh, enchanted gun, level 2, better damage. It looked like a shotgun for a second. I'm like, oh, do I get a full shotgun? We also have a leeching axe, better attack speed, slightly less damage, gets me some mana on hit. But the one I currently have has thorns. And that's not very good. What is this? This is our talent tree. So we got Frontliner, so if I want to be a tank. Pyrotechnics for gun, maybe? Bonus stats, bonus fire damage, health regen, effect duration. Liquid cooling, so it reduces my cooldown duration. Resistance to elements. And then empty skill slot, so I could assign a skill if I wanted to. So we got Ember Blast or Fire Chop. Those are some options. Biotech might be more poison. Yeah, poison damage, reach, and evasion. We could also get Smoke Bomb, increasing evasion, or defensive stance. Those are okay. We have Mech Priest. This seems to be the summon tree, so we can get Barrier Up, or Repair Protocols. But where do I get my summon? Oh, here we maybe go? No, there's Implosion Vortex Strike, but where's my summons? Okay, then we also have mastery points. It's not a frontliner skill to get summons, is it? No. Jetpack. I'm missing something. I mean, it seems like Mech Priest is closer to what I'm looking for. I'm just not sure how to get, make progress in the Ancient Beast DLC to access this panel. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that far. While parrying, deal 120% of Thorns damage in a 32-meter Nova. And it's now holy damage. Ooh. When parrying, there's a 6% chance to apply a barrier, shielding 10% max health. Barrier cannot be applied when one's already active. Must first deplete last 6 seconds. Interesting. So I can go for a bit more of a Thorns build. And yeah, there's also Mastery, so we can, get extra skill slots. Oh, hold up. Drone Pilot, so that's satellite damage. Strengthen Companions, Thrust, some other things. Well, we don't have any mastery points anyway, so that's meaningless. Main question is, but where are my summons? I'm not sure. Let me check my controls, like, hot second. See if I can get some, oh, right, this game has, skill tree is K. Is it the same thing as normal? Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'm just gonna ignore it for a bit. We'll get a couple more levels before I start thinking about investing points into anything. I currently seem to be more than fine with what I've got. I'll just have to figure out how to actually get my summons on board. I just totally missed this, I was gonna call it a trash can. Treasure chest. I mean, sure, trash can it is. Sorry, I'm just kind of, always slightly distracted when I play these games. There's so much to them. So much UI to sort through. And as much as I love this game, the sheer number of, like, build potential and whatnot, it is a little overwhelming at first. It's definitely the kind of game that, like, I'm gonna put it in the same vein as, like, honestly, Tales of Maj'Eyal. Games where, it takes a little bit of time to kind of get into them just because the UI is very much not made for beginners. And so you kind of have to put maybe a couple hours in before you get to the point where you can really enjoy it. And once you get to that point, oh, it's good. Like, it's really good. You just gotta know what you're doing. And unfortunately, I think with a lot of these, I dive in more or less fresh rather than already having a pre-existing character. Because for me, it's easier to do, honestly, it's easier to do commentary when I'm learning, as opposed to trying to explain. Because if I'm learning, I can kind of learn, react, and then relay it to you guys. If I already know, then I'm kind of in this, like, awkward position where I think this guy might have thorns. If I'm relaying information, I'm in this awkward position where I already know everything. And so I have to figure out how to summarize it in such a way that keeps it interesting. And so instead I just kind of end up being this glorified bad tutorial that isn't very interesting to listen to. Let's see. Can I just toss stuff? Yeah, because I think I have too many items. Okay, let's just chop through here. It's a bit of a shame that there's no feedback on me hitting things in this game, but it's fine. Okay, let's snag this. Here's the question, though. Okay, that's Crystal Essence, Magic Essence, and I don't know what these are. Okay, so we gotta find gems for them. How much are these worth? 75, 45. So to some degree, it is actually slightly valuable for me to, grab this stuff. Oh. I removed it. There we go. So let's go back. Hot second. Sell some stuff and I'm gonna figure out my, my skill situation. Okay, so it's gonna take me a hot second before I can actually do anything interesting. I was trying to figure out how to do minion mastery because I am an absolutely, like, one-trick pony when it comes to these things. And while I couldn't exactly find all of the minion stuff that I'm looking for, let's actually go down to the Reeking Cellar. I bet that's a new bonus zone. I don't think I have anything else here. But I was looking at the poison tree and it seemed like that had some fun moves. So we're just gonna go be a poison man. Why not? Status effects are fun, right? Okay, you feel healthful. Fair. Ooh, cripes. Okay, so I want to actually... Oh, where's my loot filters? I'm actually gonna turn off enchanted equipment. Maybe it'll help. And, like, I can always pick these up. So, Claw of Fire, that's a Berserker item. I guess some of this stuff is actually pretty good. Just because my current equipment is way out of date. And therefore kind of bad and can be improved greatly. I just don't want to spend forever looting things, is the big issue. But on the flip side, like, yeah, +1 damage, extra attack speed. Oh, but I lose a lot. So we don't want that one. Alright, cool. Good enough. What the hell? Oh, I found a thing. Ow, 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 ow. Well, this is why I got gun. Alright, let's just kind of stay away from him. This is a tough sucker. Ow. Yeah. Don't mess with that. I'm not quite ready. Because I haven't invested in any of that, let's see, I haven't invested in any of the poison resistance that this character specifically can invest into. Also, I might want to actually invest into a little bit of that reach. I don't know if reach includes AoE size. Okay, I think at this point we're fine. Let's just wail on him. Got him. There we go. Oh, so we can actually see which colors everything is. Well, that's nice. I don't know how I managed to pull that off. Kind of. Oh, do we also have a bag? Extra 2 slots. I see, so I can equip two bags back to back. What would we have? No, that's slightly worse. And yeah, that extra attack speed would be kind of nice. Ah, that's the damage. Alright, sort these out again. Let's continue on. Wait, does the different equipment actually have like a different visual for me? Ooh, that's nice. Not that it like really needs to be that different, but it's one of those where like I don't feel like these games feel as fun if my character looks the same at the end of a... Not at the end of, like, a campaign, but if my character hasn't changed visually over the course of it, it just feels like I didn't really go anywhere. Even if I'm, like, 1,000 times more powerful, I still feel kind of like a weird man in a loincloth, and it just doesn't feel right. Look, it was one of my big issues with Path of Exile, specifically, is that, I think it was the Marauder class, specifically was always just a dude. What the heck is going on here? I made some friends, apparently. Well, I think I can just beat them to death. I don't think we need to worry too much. Alright, and we've leveled up. Let's just grab the loot. I'll have to figure out how the loot filter system even works. Okay. Got it. We get a fancy chest. And also slimes! Oh no. Oh no, we're fine. However, I think I will invest in that poison resistance after all. Alright, let's just grab everything. Well, we get Slaughter, we get a bunch of EXP and bonus crystals. That was kind of fun. We definitely need some actual combat moves. So maybe we look into this. Oh, hold up. These are different things. I was assuming both of these slots would be the same, but no, we can get Poison Swing or Poison Swing or Poison Casing. Acidic Bullet, penetrating foes in a 7.7 meter line. Ooh, restore 7% of mana. Both restore a decent amount of mana. And that's got a 4.4 meter cone forwards. Okay. So in that case, I gotta look at a couple of these other ones. So, throws a cog, bounces between foes, magic bullet, chains between foes. Yeah, some of these might actually have been really good. I only ever clicked on the top one for each of these and just assumed that I wasn't going to get anything more interesting. But now that I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, maybe I missed something. It seems like every tree kind of has its own. Why don't we go with this for now? Okay, and let's set that to left mouse button. So now, instead of having a shoot, I've got a poison, I've got like a poison cone. That should be pretty good. I don't know if that's going to be any good against the undead. But at least it feels like I have attacks now, as opposed to just hitting enemies with my, like, generic weapon. Not that that's, like, particularly necessary, but it's always one of those where I don't know. I feel like I should get some, fun moves going immediately. Okay, so that's the lower temple, but do we want to hit a couple of these things first? Sure. Maybe at some point if my brother ever visits, I might see if he specifically wants to play more of this. So we also have the guard barracks. Let's go to the guard barracks. Oh, don't think we should go there yet. Alright. Less is more. The world appears darker. Stay back, mortal. You talk too slow. Cannot pass until Captain Moore is dead. Oh, I see. So now we have to go to the guard barracks. We could have just gone off to kill Captain Moore from the start. Now here's the question. Do those traps actually kill enemies? Nope. Only I am trappable. Everybody else is just kind of too light, I guess. Look, I don't know. I'm very much of the camp that I think every enemy in every game should be just as vulnerable to traps as I am. Okay, what is that? Charm of Lightning. More health, mana cost reduction, but yeah, not that good. I don't think I'm gonna find anything else here, so sport back. I do really wish we didn't have town portal scrolls. That's one of my, like, #1 favorite changes. Past sprint? Nah. One of my favorite changes in most modern hack-and-slash action RPGs is that you no longer have, what does he have to sell? Not that it matters too much. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has anything terribly fancy. There's like a couple of things. Ooh. Sure. Get the energized axe. And he does actually have a level 6 really good offhand gun. Killing sustaining slugger. So extra damage versus Fey, effect duration, and a lot of bonus damage. So let's snag that. Here's the other question. If I go to this guy, manage skills and masteries, reset skill allocations. But that's it?
Not here.
Wow. That's nice. So I can actually just respec on the fly whenever I want. Maybe there's a cost for it, but still. So 70-80 poison damage versus 60-80 or 60-80 for both. It looks like it's kind of the same. So why don't we grab acid casing instead? And oh, I can increase its level a couple of times. Yeah, let's just make my regular attack better. Because yeah, if I'm gonna be getting a really good gun, I might as well use my really good gun. And then I also have to remember to equip the ability. Should be fine. Hello! I'll have to find a different melee move. What I might want to do, or need to do, is actually mix and match from 2 different trees. If I want to have a good melee and ranged move to kind of pair off with this character. Or we just accept that I'm going to be a dude that uses ranged weapons. Or not. I mean, there's no guarantees that I'm going to want to stick with this longer term. My blood boils. Oh, that's concerning. Okay, is there anything else? Yeah. I've leveled up again already. I appreciate that. Give me a lot of levels early. Let me play around in this space. Don't keep me hard locked. I'm trying to think of games that like really... Oh, waypoint. Oh, I can just warp back. I'm trying to think of games over the years that like really pace out leveling, and I think the real answer is mostly MMOs. You know, MMOs that really take a long time before you can actually play it. Like there was Lost Ark that was like a year or 2 ago or something to that extent, and everybody went bananas for it. I played like an hour and I don't think I actually did anything. And I was just so bored just trying to play it, because like clearly there was supposed to be gameplay there. And like fights, but it was instead just constant tutorialization of like, talk to this person, now talk to this person, now talk to this person, now go to the wilds and like see some cutscenes and fight a little bit, but then go back into town and some other stuff. I can 100% see why people liked the game. Like once you get past that early tax, I don't think it's actually that bad. But from my perspective, it was just like, I'm barely experiencing this game and I'm not having fun with it. And so I stopped playing and never played more. I think maybe like someday I'll try and give it another shot. Especially if they ever threaten to take it down. But like on the flip side, I don't know. I've had this kind of weird back and forth over like the FOMO of MMOs shutting down. I think most of this is born by the fact that I used to play some amount of WildStar. I really liked the idea of WildStar, but at the time my computer sucked, and so I couldn't really play it. Or my computer was fine. Shell's computer wasn't good enough, and then it was also very clearly like not an MMO catered for casuals, at least in the moment. It was very clearly meant a little bit more for the hardcore raiding crowd, or at least that's who they were specifically appealing to. I don't know. I mean, I think once we get that... Oh, hey, we're level 6. I can get that better gun. I was gonna say, I might want to try a different build than the one I'm starting to kind of go for. Ooh. Nah, that Scrounger Cloak is better. But now we can get the expensive gun, and we have a better axe. Let's see. Yeah, we're starting to find a decent amount of purples. That one's too expensive. Okay, question. How does the loot filter even work? Current filter default. Oh, toggle display items instead of hold. Filter out other class items. Remove quality filtered equipment from the game world. Sure, save me some time. Okay. And I guess temple key. Let's see, scroll of agility. Yeah, we might as well snag a couple of those. I guess it's not removing it from the world per se. Yeah, I might want to look into some of the other classes. I liked the idea of poison, but I know some of these also have like bouncing effects. I could see a bouncing effect being really good with a gun. Maybe. But I think before we go, let's take a look at this. So enemies struck by poison skills become poisoned, taking damage dealt per second for a little while. Well, that's pretty good. Poison gas. Using a damaging poison skill will leak poison in a radius around the mechanist. Ooh. I'm actually... Let's just get a point in that. Oh, I can't. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see. Reduce skill cooldown too. Interesting. And then we also have Poison Bomb. Rolls a Poison Bomb forwards, which explodes on the first foe it hits for a bunch of poison damage in a radius. That's pretty good. Poison Whirl. Fires a jetpacks. Moving forward... Ooh. So this probably does more damage. And then we have Jetpack Boost. Okay, why don't we try the Whirl? Why don't we actually even try... Okay, this seems to be a little bit more axe focused. However... Okay, so I ran out of mana, but that's really good for clearing groups, so... I don't know. I don't know which direction I want to go with this build. I'm finding some cool moves that I like a lot. I think our main issue is just a lack of mana, but that Whirl is good stuff. I think I found the Barbarian Whirlwind attack. Oh, we actually have like a really tiny mini-map up here. I like that. And yeah, I think we're going to want to get that Poison Aura, which is going to require a couple of skill points invested too. So I think next time we go back to town, I'm going to have to modify some things. I think maybe left side ain't too bad, but that might be my perspective. Okay, did I already fight the mid-boss? Oh, here's where the captain's quarters are. Yeah, we'll fight him and then we'll figure everything else out. Okay, and once again, I'm going to take a look at the loot filters. Toggle display. Yeah, it's supposed to toggle it, but I guess it ain't working. Alright. Hello, boss. Captain Moore the Vile. Can I even poison a boner man? I am not clear on this. Oh well. I mean, luckily I'm not on a hard difficulty, so this should be pretty easy. Okay, so the one problem is with the Whirl, it ain't particularly good at DPS in the same way. However, yeah, this is so far pretty easy. I would consider going up to a higher difficulty, but I don't think I'm quite strong enough to be able to DPS through that. I think what we really need is just the stacking poison effect. I hope it's a stacking poison effect. Well, in that case, I mean, he doesn't seem to be able to get through my regen, so I'm just gonna shoot him to death. I mean, okay, maybe the Whirl's a little faster. There we go. I appreciate the fact that there are damage zones that I should be concerned with. Oh, those are all purples. Beauty. We might also want to up my movement speed. Like, if I can up my movement speed and kind of my mana gain. What? A foe? There we go. If I can up my movement speed, I could very much see this, Oh, we got a Moore's helmet and some lore. Oh, and a backpack. Anything else? No. Quest complete, protect, and save. I guess let's go down, because this should give me a waypoint right on the other side. Maybe. Well, there's again. Yeah, waypoint. Alright. Let's go back to the Chronicon for a bit. Go back here, because I actually have a lot of equipment that I can start messing around with. So, health, mana, and damage, resistances, block. I don't know what the quote under that is, but cool. Chance to slow attacker by a couple of seconds, plus some pickup radius. This gives me more mana and attack speed. Sure. What about this axe? Even more damage. Yeah, the only thing... Nah, we don't lose really out on much of anything for that one. Let's see. What else do we have here? More health and health regen? No. Yeah, we're still looking for a ring and a necklace, if we can find anything of the sort. Well, in that case, is there even much of a reason for me to store any of this stuff? I'm gonna store Glad's coins. I don't know if Glad's coins are actually worth it, but still. Okay. Anything else? What I'd like to be able to do is actually sort for like, hey, are any of these more powerful than what I've got? But it looks like I've just got to kind of mouse over them. Even in just like a basic, like, yeah, this is possibly better, would go a long way. Let's see, movement speed, cooldown reduction, mana. Nah. They're all vaguely comparable, but I think I'm fine without. And plus, we seem to be getting oodles of loot. So I think I'm fine. So next order of business, let's take a look at this. Do we upgrade the Whorl? Maybe. I think I'm going to go back to this guy briefly. Manage skills and masteries, reset skill allocations, reset again. Hey, if I can do it endlessly, we want to put 1 point into that. We want to give myself 1 point acid casing. At least give me acid casing. Do we want that? Yeah, we might as well grab acid casing. Put a point into it just for the sake of it. Let's see, that's extra reach. That's poison resistance. So I think we go back to acid casing until we get to this point. Then we get poison gas. Let's see, I've got two things left. So let's get engineering poisons. And then let's grab Poison Whirl, which we are going to set as my left mouse button. Okay, cool. So now I've got a... Oh. Okay. Yeah, this should work. I am the stankiest person. Alright. Yeah, so I've got a damage aura. Oh, if only I could somehow stank out... let's see. If I could somehow stank the, Ooh, that's a good one. If somehow my stank aura could destroy, boxes and barrels and stuff, I'd be a happy camper. I guess what I should probably do is start drinking some mana potions occasionally. Let's see. That's X. Yeah, I guess.
I need more mana. I don't have enough mana.
Oh, I'm going to have to turn that off. I don't want to have to quaff constantly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna at least be... Okay, can I actually pick that up? No, I have to actually be over here to pick that up.
I don't have enough mana.
Okay, we're going to the options. Audio, speech, error speech. Goodbye. Perfect. Yeah, I might actually switch the gun out for melee just for the sake of convenience. There we go. Whoa. Oh, it's the treasure. They hold the key. So they do, and now they're dead. Wow, that was effective. Yes, all I've got to do is really start stacking some mana regen, and I think we'll be in business. Unfortunately, my whirl is a little on the expensive side. But it's undeniably powerful. There we go. I'll have to look into some other potential build options to play around with, because this cannot be the only one in terms of like weird battering ram style builds. In fact, I'd actually argue damage over time effects is almost slightly less useful. Maybe. That's tough. Because I definitely have like a really good charge through enemies and just wreck them aura. And if I can somehow give that like a much bigger AoE on top of everything else, I bet I'd do like crazy wild damage. Okay, can I? Oh, I see. It's filtering out items for other characters. That's why it's not showing me the names. I was wondering about that. There we go. Now this is, I don't know, like the first couple times I played this, I was fine, but it felt slow. I think my fault for that was I started on a much harder difficulty, and what I needed to do was actually start on a lower difficulty, get just the base level of stuff required to be good, and then came back to a higher difficulty once I was, like, ready. I guess you could kind of argue the same thing about what I did in my Diablo 3 series, which I was like, hey, but what if hard? You know, this is where all the loot and EXP is, and like, boy, by the end of it, we were over-leveled, but maybe, like, not in a fun way? Okay, do I have a skill point? I do. Do I want to invest more in this? Or do we want to invest more into something else? It's a little bit more damage. Let's see. Oh, that's, like, upsettingly strong? Oh, and the radius gets bigger, too. But what I should probably do is just keep working on Poison Whirl. It only goes up to level 15. It only costs 15 mana, too. So again, if I can get a mana regen that is a little bit higher than 15, all of a sudden we're in a really good spot. Ooh. Okay. Open something of great value. More health and more damage. We lose some health regen, but gain thorns? Worth it. Okay, let's go down to the servant dorms just because. What do we have here? I got a statue. And yeah, to some degree what I can do is actually just hit a spin to win once and let them die. I think the only immediate problem is a lot of my enemies aren't necessarily going to be following me long enough. I think maybe if reach affects AoE, then maybe it doesn't matter. Here, let's just make a bunch of friends. Are they gonna follow me? No, they forgot I exist. Bit of a shame. I was hoping they'd just follow me around, you know, see if I could piss everything off in a 7-mile radius. Okay. Snag all of those. I knew I'd press Alt at some point. Yeah, because eventually, if I can get it so that my whirl is like an infinite cast, I can just kind of cut through everything. And not even have to worry about... let's see, I can just cut through everything and not even have to worry about stopping, ever. You know, just do a couple whirls, and then let the poison finish them off. I'm pretty sure this is a Path of Exile build. Like, almost 100% sure. There we go. Ooh. Nah, they're gone. Just took them a little bit. Some of them are a little bit more resistant than others. There we go. Okay, key is down here. Then I'm... Oh, I see. Here's where the statues actually are. Wow. Gimme. Do we have more friends? Yeah. Because here's the thing. I can very much just, like, skip from one group to the next. And let the poison just finish them off over the next couple of seconds. I think it's almost a mistake that I'm spending too much time... Oh, dormitory storage. But then also fancy... chest? I gotta stop pressing Alt by accident. Or on purpose because it's an item that I don't recognize. Ooh. How are you still alive? I guess it is not anymore. So these are for other characters. I guess I could go for it for the money. But I probably shouldn't. There we go. Snag this, go back, put a portal down. Inventory is full. Probably because I keep picking up enemy gunk. Oh, wardrobe. Wait, we can change S. Oh. Cool. That's kind of fun. I didn't realize we could actually get different character skins and stuff over the course of this. Well, I guess before I go anywhere, what I should probably do is take a look at my equipment. Chance on hit, chance to cause chain lightning. Oh, that's cool. Health on hit, pickup radius. Let's see. So I'm gonna grab everything that seems good. Chance to summon Hellfire over your foe, extra companion damage. Creates a trail of poison as you walk. So that's good. Mana. Extra mana. Extra damage. The main question is, do we have any here? Health mana, bonus crystals mana, pick up strength. I don't think that's actually better. And some of these are actually better too, but I don't have a high enough level. Health regen, mana cost reduction. It's not much, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not too interested in the mana cost reduction. This, though, losing an amount of damage, but I gain some mana on hit. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll probably find something better pretty quickly anyway, but you never know. Okay, let's just sell everything. Because even if it's something that I can use in the moment, I might as well just sell it anyway. Ooh, except for maybe that ring. Okay. We're getting a little bit of damage with that one, but that mana on hit could be really handy. Now what is that? Also an accessory, light radius, a little bit of damage. But I want to hold on to the ring just because we're getting pretty close to the next level. Oh. So now I have the... Okay, 1 second. I have to focus on this one. Ah, dang it. Miss for a second, and my whirl sends me elsewhere. There we go. Sweet chest. Am I taking... I guess I must have set myself on fire somehow in that mix. But yeah, so I've got this, I've got the poison ground now. It's not, like, stupendously good. No, never mind. I've actually hit the point where I'm starting to become, nonsense. I love it. Because the poison actually breaks the barrels on the ground, which was kind of an issue for me just because I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time breaking stuff, just because time consuming. So now, the poison destroys that. The only immediate problem is, like, do I want to pick up every single one of these potions? I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I'm in as dire of need. But we are also gonna maybe want to consider upping my pickup radius. Oh well. Okay, so where are we going? Let's just go hard left, see what happens. I guess I should probably do at least one swing. The poison spin does like way more damage than the ground does. Also, this map is... Wait, hold up. That's actually a pretty good spot. I just don't like it when it starts covering where I am. Though, I don't know. I always struggle with maps in these games because I end up just looking at them too much. I don't have any keys. I should maybe look to see if I can buy a supply of those. Yeah, that chain lightning effect is super helpful as well. I'll have to... I don't know. I very much am in the mood for this kind of game again. Frankly, I'm always kind of in the mood for more hack-and-slash action RPGs. There's just nothing quite like them. Even though they tend to be kind of maybe a little disconnected after a certain point. Like, if you play too many of them, you're just kind of playing it idly. And maybe that's part of the appeal. Cripes. Your evasion means nothing. I drop fire and leave poison. Even just being in the sheer proximity of me is dangerous, and it's amazing. I didn't expect that I'd be able to build like such a weird, busted, dirty thing so early on in this run. I was expecting, you know, this is the kind of weird power scaling that it takes at least like maybe 4 or 5 hours to get up to, or longer. But the fact that we've got cool poison ground effect right from the get-go is pretty nice. I guess we've got a crowd in here with a treasure chest. And now I don't have to worry about anything. Normally I play Minion Master in these kinds of games, if only because the Minion Mastery means I don't have to full focus on what I'm doing. I can just kind of, you know, walk into a region and then just chill, as my minions will do most of the heavy lifting for me. However, it seems like in this case, it's actually just so much more effective to just super blast everything that's even in my remote proximity with poison. It's a little bit more active, but it's also centered around me. I've definitely had moments where my minions are just like, what? You want help? Sorry, I have to fight this man over here. And it's like, oh, great. It doesn't happen often, but every once in a while I'll play these games where you have to worry about that a little bit more. Oh, these guys are actually mid-bosses. Oops. I mean, not really oops. Just doesn't immediately matter. We definitely want to get ourselves some extra movement speed, because if I can go heckin' fast, we can potentially sprint from one group to the next. I gotta go back to my previous coverage of this from a couple years ago, because I don't feel like I got nearly this far. I think I beat the first boss, but because I had a higher difficulty level, everything was that much harder. And yes, I did name myself Wanderbread on this one. It's fine. Hey! I think we found our next region to go to. Do we want to, though? Eh, sure, why not? Okay, we have a headmistress, but they talk too slow. So we should probably go back to that spirit. Please leave me alone. I'm just trying to manage my loot. Maybe level up? Have I hit? Yes, I've hit level 10. Boy, there's a lot of these guys. Okay, so we want to go back to Lower Temple Halls. First and foremost, let's keep putting points into the world, because if I can max that out, it'll be better. Alright, he gives me goodies. How's our inventory looking? Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. Let's put on the ring, finally. Let's see, 2 mana regen. Yep, that's pretty good. Health, holy damage, companion damage. Versus mana. Yep. Could. But no mana regen. Gun. Ooh, less damage. Let's see. Chance to interrupt attacks of foes hit. Oh, that's interesting. But I really, really like my Pearl Mech boots. Unless the 34% poison damage only scales off of the boots, it might? Let's see. Lower damage does have the mana on hit. Bonus mana regen. Knock away attackers when struck. Sure. Now we have the Sleepwalker's Robe. Frost damage. Chance to release a Frost Nova. Health regen. Healing from all sources. The damage is better. Yeah, it's worth it. And then we have the Hellfire Axe. Or no, Periapsis Hack. Chance to interrupt foes. I think I'm good. Alright. And I guess I can invest in one more thing. So what do we want? Poison Whirl has less cooldown and increased range. Ooh, that's good. 19 health, scales with our level. Poison Satellite and enchanted max damage. Scaling... Ooh? And then we also have gas drones. While in an active slot, all poison satellites are turned into gas drones. No longer deal damage of their own, and instead boost the damage of poison gas by 6% per gas drone. Use consumable ammo to empower all drones for 5 seconds, increasing their damage by a bit. Okay, we also have the poison drones. They fire poison grenades. I see, so it's kind of the trade-off of gas versus grenades. I'd probably just go all in on gas, because why not? I don't think I really care for that one. Let's see. Yeah, the increased range. So it looks like range probably includes all AoEs. Oh, but I have to invest in this. You know what? Let's go for the reach. I might as well work towards getting a poison satellite. It's a one-off thing. Do we want to actually very quickly check the rest of this? Yeah, let's just run around. I don't think I actually feel like fighting any enemies, but if there's something interesting in here... Oh, I see. That's in my way now. Because, yeah, I'm not particularly hard up for resources. You know, obviously if purple drops, I'll stick around for it, but a lot of these enemies I'm just going to kind of speed past. I say as I then turn back around to fight them. There we go. I mean, at least there's a bunch of them, which is kind of worth it. Okay, don't see too much. What was that? Oh, I got something. It went dong at me, so I'm assuming I just got a cool thing. Yeah, we'll probably have to bump the difficulty up if I continue to play this, or I will. I don't know. I don't think I'm specifically going to go out of my way to do a, another video of this, even though, like, I'm actually having a really good time with this. Just purely because YouTube kind of hates Let's Play series of any variety, so I'm kind of a little hard locked on those. Okay, let's just... Yeah, I get a decent chunk of mana. Oh, it's because my max mana is actually not bad now. So 4% of 200 is... That's what? I mean, that's 8? It's more than that. At least in this case, so I must be gaining more mana from other sources. Okay, let's just, make some friends. I'll have to figure out how to change the, characters' voices so I'm not hearing them going, when they're getting smacked around, because, that's a little repetitive. Alright, back we go. So I don't think this game really has much of a plot. I don't know how much people actually care about that. I kind of actually, like, when I was younger, I cared about the plot about Diablo quite a lot, actually. Mainly because I mained Warrior in the first game, and then, well, spoilers for the second. And so there's very much that feeling of, like, my boy, I must rescue him. And then, yeah, that didn't happen. But it was a cool aspect. And then once Diablo 3 kind of came out, I was just like, the plot's there. Hi there. Oh, gambling. Cool. Don't care. I guess let's take a quick hot look. Let's see. Mana, physical resistance. I don't think there's too much of a difference on these. Health regen. Ooh, Blight Cap. Chance to poison attackers when struck. Mana on hit, bonus crystals, and way more damage. Sure. And this gets me a holy satellite with some mana. I guess both of them have the holy orbs, but this one gives me the mana regen. I don't think the rest of these are going to be particularly good. Tattered vests and guns. Yeah. I think I actually forgot to sell things the last time I was here, but maybe not. Well, one way or another. Oh, can I... Enchanted... There we go. That's even faster. Sweet. Alright, so let's go back to the temple hallways. Have I finished everything else? I guess I gotta find some spectacles and... go to the temple garden. I'm pretty sure, I don't actually know if the Hall of Learning is... Oh no, I can't go here. Mysterious crystal. Oh! Activated the Hall of Learning. Well, the boss died. That was fast. Or no, didn't. Boss is still alive. Or no, actually it's not a boss, it's just a big enemy. Huh. Could have fooled me at first. And yeah, I think we're gonna want to specifically swap my my gun out for the melee attack. I wonder if I can actually do that without having to respec. Just so I don't have to worry about... I don't know. I don't know how much it actually matters. I don't know how much that matters. I mean, I guess it's a small amount of money. Well, I appreciate that the Hall of Learning is actually a place filled with densely packed foes. That previous room. There we go. That previous giant room was maybe a little bit too giant. Yeah, that's Berserker items. I could save these for, like, if I wanted to play my Berserker. Of course, this has shared stashes and all of that jazz. But I don't think it matters to me. I used to be one of those people that would, like, compulsively save items for another character. But after a certain point, I realized I wasn't going to be playing that other character. And even if I was, the transferring of that loot almost makes the beginning of the game less interesting, because I can't really go that much faster than I already do. Like, it can go marginally faster. Just make everything bad. Perfect. And we got the Firestone. Unique accessory. Alright, cool. Blood boils. Yeah, that sounds, bad? That sounds bad, right? Ooh, you seem fancy. Okay. Yeah, part of the thing is, most enemies aren't lining up for me, so I'm wondering if I'd actually be better off with the melee attack. Here, let's check. Can I switch it? No. I cannot. And that's a whoops. Okay, well, shall we go respec again? Nah. Respecking is fun and all, but, like, I don't need to be particularly perfect here. Wow, I really like this zone. It's, full of special enemies. They still don't actually take too long to fight either, so I can just kind of churn through a lot of them. But not all of them. Oh, we got the power ring. The one problem with loot drops that are this good is that every few seconds I'm going to have to stop to figure out, like, okay, is this something that I want or not? I wonder if there's an AoE loot button. It'd be kind of nice if, like, yeah, just pick all that stuff up. Let's see, is that a better... That's a better backpack than I got. Okay, hello? Oh, you aren't champion types. How much damage is that poison AoE? It's good. Not amazing. Yeah, so I think I can do without the poison ground, as fun as that is. Okay, now if I hit the sort button, does it sort based on level? I have no idea. Molten orb circles the player. Yeah. Power ring. Movement speed, way more damage. Spiked orb. Circles me. Gotta go fast. Sure. What else we got? Well, compared to the Firestone, that's just not good. Let's see. Health on hit. Warden. Yeah. I think I'll live without the... Oh, I cannot wear that. That's a Warden item. Oh, of course. Yeah, so I guess I'll keep the, poison AoE for at least a little while longer. And then we also have the Headmaster Spectacles, but we picked those up at the beginning of the round. Region. Not actually sure if consumables like that are really worth it. Okay, so sprint gives me a movement speed bonus for like a very short period of time. Oh boy. Hello, that's a lot of crystals. Is what... That one's just going ham on me. It doesn't matter yet. But it probably will. So the one thing I am noticing is I don't think my poison carries. Or I don't think it stacks. Which is a bit of a downer. But probably makes sense because then I could just cheese it by stacking a whole bunch. So I guess I will keep that in mind. Okay, do we go back? A little bit. A little bit of space left. I also should just be using all of these scrolls, not because I actually care for them, but because otherwise they're just in my inventory and I'm not benefiting from it. Alright, well, I think this is more than good enough. I've had a good time with this. This is a lot of fun. Oh, right. Oh. It's a Rubik's Cube. It does not help that I am absolutely trash at Rubik's Cubes. So, I think rather than getting distracted by this, I'm just gonna leave. I'm sorry. I'm sure some people are would have no trouble with that one, but I just kind of don't want to deal with it at the moment. Okay, let's grab the student's textbook. And we also have the refreshing crystal heart. Do we have any more trash scrolls that I don't want? Yeah, there we go. They're probably good, just hard to care. Alright, so let's go back to the Chronicon. Talk to Sarek. Oh, right, actually take a look at my inventory. Health regen, resistances, pickup radius, bonus EXP and movement speed, and a little bit of damage. The only thing we really lose out on is that satellite, and I think I can live without it. Okay, is anything else, like, really good here? Maybe the gun? It's getting closer to the point where I might want to just pick this one. Nah. It's getting closer, but ain't quite there. You're no longer affected by collisions and can walk through objects and enemies. Huh. That's kind of cool. Sure, why not? Let's see, a level 14 axe. Don't care too much. I like the special effects that we keep running into. Like, some of these are actually really cool. Most of them I truly just can't care about. But it's still cool all the same. Because I'm sure somebody will see this stuff and be like, oh, shoot, you know, that's really good. That's something I can use for, like, X or Y build. Though I'm sure, for the most part, this game suffers heavily from, like, extreme loot treadmill syndrome. Where you're constantly just... Wait, drag and drop items here to give them to your beast. Oh, but we don't have beast yet. I'm just gonna move that over. The other thing we should take a look at is I actually have better potions. And we might as well upgrade because the small things are... Or the minor things are not very good. What is this? Scroll of Warcry? Nah. Just sell them all? Yes. Alright, anything else? No. Here's a question. Does he sell keys? The answer is no. Alright, anyway. So, Chronicon, I'm just going to Alt-Tab out so I can look at the Steam page. Chronicon is available on Steam. It's been out for years. Honestly, it's been out for almost as long as my channel has been in existence. It came out in quote-unquote 1.0 back in August of 2020, but it just got its final DLC and its final update as of, I guess, a couple months ago for the final DLC, the Mechanist character that I've been playing as, and then the final update was back on March 2nd. And how much does this game cost? $14 normally, down to $8 as part of the spring sale, which the only problem with this game is just that the UI is a little hard to parse. The rest of this game is incredible, and I truly believe in it as one of my favorite, I guess, hack and slash action RPGs, just in terms of like the sheer build variety, the indie charm, the generous rewards. Like, the fact that I'm getting so many of these things is really cool. Oh, and these are gems that I can slot into stuff if I want to. Neat. And that one actually gives me like a damage over time effect if I want to keep stacking those. Also cool. Alright, well, anyway, with all of that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out. Well, for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.